Good midday. Good midday. Another hot midday. Let's not complain. Let's not complain at all. It's the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be ecstatic in it. Why? Because God is just good. He's just like that. And greatly to be praised. And so we want to welcome you one and all to a wonderful Wednesday in our snapshot moment. And we are grateful and thankful for you, one and all. Dr. Mansell, bless your heart. Dr. James Mansell, Kathy, good to have you. Good to have you. We're so glad that you are here with us on this day. It's still a wonderful day. It's a marvelous day. It's a tremendous day. And we need to enjoy it. I know it's hot. I know. Guess what? Let's stop. Okay. We were complaining about the rain. We complain about the cold. Let's just go on and take these moments because there's some thunderstorms coming. So we need to be cognitive of the fact that wherever we are and however we are right now, it's a good place to be. And for that, we bless his holy name. Chaplain Hearns, good to have you here. And so we're grateful to God for you. Hey, Cora, did you get some rest? Thea, how are you? Good midday to you. Tamika, good midday. Bless your hearts. Bless your hearts. Bless your hearts for being a part of this moment. Sharon, good to see you. Tom, bless you for being here with us on this great, or as Grandmama used to say, great day. Great day. Jemison, bless you for being here and a part of what God is doing and saying through this ministry of media communication. Minister Sarah, bless your heart. Thank you so much for being a part of this moment. Minister Faye, how is ye? How is ye? Okay, praying that you're doing well, praying that you are staying cool, that you are staying safe, and that you are drinking plenty of water so you can stay hydrated. Andrea, bless you for being here. Okay. Yeah, no complaints. I don't want to hear no complaints about how hot it is. I don't want to hear none of that. Because in a few months, we'll be dealing with a whole different dynamic of weather. And we just need to thank God it is as well as it is. Oh, you cooked? Okay. Cooking, sister. And so we're just thankful to God for you one and all. So please, if you don't mind sharing, that would be absolutely wonderful. Dean, bless your heart for being here with us. And so, Timothy, thank you so much. We appreciate you one and all. Maria, or Marie, how do I say that? Marie. Marie, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you being a part of this moment of learning. And so, thank you so much for sharing in this moment with us. Okay. And so, well, I need to talk about this because I think it's important. As you remember, I was dealing with um, Moses, and I was dealing with the fact that life has a way of bringing things into your life um, that, unbeknownst to you, when the opportunity comes for you to be able to move forward and do what God has called you to do, you are in a crippled state. What do I mean by that? Whatever it is that has happened that you didn't overcome, whatever it is, and in Moses' situation, it was rejection. It was actually rejection from two groups of people. Thank you, Janice, for letting us know all is well. One group um, was his own blood. The other one was a culture that he was brought into. And I look at that on many occasions, and I was like, Moses's allegiance was always to his people, but God permitted him to go through some things in preparation to be a greater leader. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Tell grandma we said hello. Elder Carter, bless your heart. And so Moses was rejected by his own. Remember, he caught them out there beating the slave, and he killed the person that was guarding Dr. Fletcher, my friend moderator of that great district way over yonder on the western part of Ohio. Good to have you here, my friend. Lavonda, Carolyn, Herma, bless your heart. And so when he thought he was doing something right and just, he killed the person and buried him in the sand, and his own people became afraid of him. And then the next thing that happens when the word gets back to Pharaoh that Moses had performed what would be considered to be a very heinous act of cruelty, then here's another level of rejection that is taking place. And so he's forced out into an area that he's not familiar with, he doesn't know. But then God does something with him for 40 years out in an arid area, tending sheep. Jethro's sheep, they don't even belong to him. He's gone from Deborah, Tumor, gone from being in the palace and waited on hand and foot to now guarding. Linda, how are you? Cynthia, good to have you. To tending his father-in-law's sheep. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this? I think this is something for us to think about. Here is someone who has been at the apex of notoriety and reduced to basically a sheep herder. And so all of this for 40 years has psychologically been crippling Moses, even though he's good at what he is doing. He has adapted to his new environment. He has become well known as a sheep herder. But those aren't the sheep that God wanted him to lead, but those sheep prepared him for the leading of his sheep. And so, hey, Jasmine, dear. And so, unbeknownst to him, though he is popular and revered and respected in his position, that which happened to him 40 years ago is still crippling him. And he doesn't know it, Carolyn Richardson, until it's time for him to step in to what he has actually been, here we go, not just called to do, but created to do. Oh my goodness. The enemy is so strategic in placing these roadblocks and issues in your life so that when the time comes for that door to open for you to move into what you were created to do, here's what happens. God says, all right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go down to Pharaoh and tell him, I said, let my people go. And Moses said, wait. Ira, how are you, sir? Wait. Whoa. Who am I to go before Moses and declare anything? Who am I to turn around and tell the most powerful person in existence that God said, let my people go? Moses, at that point, because he's been carrying this inferiority complex around for 40 years, no longer sees his worth. And so what he does in the midst of the moment for him to step into his destiny, he can't do it because he's got excuses. He has no sense of personal worth. He's not even confident in his skills. He has been, hey, Trinette, he has been prepared through skill. Bobby McKenzie, bless you. He has been prepared to deal with sheep and to be a warrior. And yet still, when the moment comes, the only thing he sees is inferiority. How many times? How many times have we allowed past stumblings and past misgivings and past situations, and when it's your time to step forward, Linda Brown, you can't do it because you're too busy thinking about what you did wrong. He said, who am I to go before them? Are they going to believe me? Are they going to, Tanya, are they going to believe what I said? Are they going to actually listen to me? And God did something. He said, you see that thing you got in your hand? He's like, yeah. He said, throw it down. And the Bible says, and I'm going to see if you've ever paid any attention to this. The Bible says that it became a serpent and Moses ran from it. Now, can I talk about this for just a second? Moses is used to serpents. If you are out there in the wilderness, snakes, vipers, and all kinds of animals are out there. He's used to serpents. But this serpent was so large and hideous that Moses ran from it. Now, I'm going to talk about this for just a second because sometimes God provides a test before you step into your destiny. Here's Moses' test. I know you know vipers and snakes, but this one was different. But here's the funny thing about it is Moses, as he runs from the snake, gets instruction by God what to do with it so it will transform back into what it originally was. He said, grab it by the tail. And the Bible says that when Moses grabbed the serpent by the tail, it became the rod again. God showed Moses that even though his own personal strength is insufficient, he would be able to carry out his destiny in God's strength and God's power only. Oh. It wasn't up for Moses to be all of that. It was for God to be all of that. Lord, don't let me shout on that. Don't let me shout. How many times have we been placed in a situation that is beyond our capability, our mindset, our skill set, and yet still God says, grab it by the tail. Because I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you that when you're weak is when you're strong. Because in the midst of your weakness is when my strength is made perfect. Y'all, I wish I had some Bible readers. When you trust God and his power and let go of what has you bound and the situations that have you bound, and you will recognize that the confidence that you have is not in you, but in the God who created you, the God who sustains you, the God who maintains you, the God who is the one who created you to be what you are. I got to go. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to deal with this just a little bit more. Because, and it's easy to say, we're living beneath our privilege. Well, how long are you going to stay there? How long are you going to stay beneath what God has called you to be? How long are you going to remain dysfunctional when God has given you functionality? How long, Linda Williams, will you come up with excuses when every excuse you have ever had in your life has been conquered through Him? Don't forget, I'll see you at 6:30 midweek worship. Looking so forward to seeing you there. We're going to continue to do the series that we're doing in the area of forgiveness, because in the midst of wanting to be powerful and doing the things that God has called us to be, uh, you can't continue to have hangups over people and what they've done to you. I'll see y'all at 6:30. Love y'all with the love of Jesus, who is the Christ. We thank God for you being here, whether you're live or whether you watch later. May God bless you. May He keep you, is our prayer.